What's up, peoples? Back with another video. Today we're going to be touching on Reginald Lewis, the first black man on Wall Street, business mogul. The story of Reginald Lewis is a story of black excellence, building wealth, generational wealth. And I'm always into these stories, so let's get right into it. The story of Reginald Lewis. Reginald Lewis was looked at as the Jackie Robinson of business. He broke racial barriers in the corporate world. He brought a global conglomerate of 64 companies across 31 countries. Reginald Lewis was a pioneer. He was born in Baltimore in 1942. He had a tight family who instilled values and morals into him. In the 1950s, Baltimore's racial tension was at a high. It was one of the first places in America to have a sit-in, and the schools were being desegregated and white flight was on the rise. When he was 9, he decided he wanted to be the first, or the richest black man in America, rather. He had a paper route, and one time when it came time for him to go to camp, his mom had to take over his paper route, I guess. So his mom took over his paper route, and the first thing he said once he came back from camp or this vacation was, "Where's his money?" His mom was like, "I did all the work, you know what I mean? I'm keeping the money. I did the work." And he was like, "I'm gonna get a lawyer and I'm gonna sue you." I kind of found that funny. He was about his business. But his mom eventually gave him the money. In high school, he was a 3-time sports all-star, and he went to college on a football scholarship, a partial one, I think, where he injured his shoulder. And upon injuring his shoulder, he realized he wanted to get into business and becoming a lawyer. So he went to the Harrow Law School. Then went, I hope I'm saying that right, then went to Blue Chip's Wall Street law firm, where he built his skills up, and he started the first African-American law firm with a few other people, and that only lasted for a little while. Then he decided to go into a practice for himself. By the 80s, he had a lot of failure but never gave up, and closed his first big deal, the McCall Pattern Company, which was a risky deal, but he ended up closing it. Once he brought McCall, things changed. He got solidified, and it was looked at as a big deal because he was the only African American doing this. He used his wealth to help the African American community. He funded Jesse Jackson on his campaign. He gave him an unsolicited check for $100,000 and let him borrow his plane on trips for the campaign. He then got a tip on another big deal that was being closed, Beatrice International. He could have lost everything, but instead he capitalized on that, and he was looking for the next big thing. And then around New Year's in the 1990s, he got a biopsy where they detected brain cancer, and he ended up only living a month after that. He founded the Lewis International Law Center. He gave $3 million to Howard University. I think that was the university's name. Don't hold me on that though. I think that was the name, Howard University. He gave him $3 million, and they started this law center in his honor and his name, and that was the biggest donation that they ever gotten for a person, period, was that $3 million. His daughter keeps his legacy alive. She started the All-Star Code, which teaches black and Latino people computer programming skills, coding, video game design, and how to fix computers. His legacy lives on, and that's a story of black excellence. Reginald Lewis. is a story of black excellence, and he'll live on forever. And this story inspires, and it personally motivates me to see another black man can do it. Why can't I? So we should always be inspired. And this is a story of black excellence and Reginald Lewis. Peace and rest in power, Reginald Lewis. All right, remember to like, share, and subscribe to my videos for constant content. All right, peace.